Sedan or sports car? Family car or business car? You simply don't have to decide. The Panamera combines all of that in one sporty overall concept for driver, parents, travelers, business people, and for everyone. Want to get into your luggage compartment? If your car doesn't have a rear wiper, you will find the button for opening it beneath the rear windshield. Alternatively, with the ignition off, press the button on your car key. For cars that do have a rear wiper, you open the rear hatch by pressing the button on the base of the rear wiper. With Porsche Entry and Drive, you don't need to unlock your Panamera first. You just have to have the key close by. From inside, you open the luggage compartment lid with a button in the driver's door. To close, press the button on the inside of the rear hatch. Or hold down the button in the driver's door. Want to close the rear hatch and lock your Panamera at the same time? Then, for cars with Porsche Entry and Drive, press the close and lock button in the rear hatch panel. Condition: the key must be outside of the car. Open your Panamera quickly and easily with Porsche Entry and Drive. Just take hold of the handle and the driver's door will unlock, provided the key is in the direct vicinity of the car. Settings for unlocking the car, either all doors or driver's door only, are entered via the multifunction display. Pressing the Open button on the key twice unlocks all doors, regardless of the unlocking settings in the multifunction display. Just in case, the emergency key. It will also lock and unlock the glove compartment. For cars with the Comfort Memory Package, the Comfort Entry function changes the position of seat and steering wheel to make it easier to get in. This function is activated and deactivated in the multifunction display. To the left of the steering wheel, in cars with Porsche Entry and Drive, you will find the electric ignition switch for starting the car. Turn it briefly to the right. You don't need your key to do this. It just has to be inside your Panamera. Turn the light switch on the dashboard to Auto to turn on automatic headlight activation. The headlights will come on automatically as soon as it gets dark. Use the light switch to switch on the side lights or activate the headlights manually. Pull the switch to activate the rear fog lights. Use the top left control stalk to switch the high beam or high beam assistant for cars with Porsche Dynamic Light System Plus, PDLS Plus on or off. Condition for automatic high beam activation: the speed must be at least 37 miles per hour. The function has been activated in the multifunction display and the light switch is on auto. Too hot or too cold? Regulate the temperature automatically with automatic climate control. To activate automatic climate control, just press the Auto button for the corresponding zone on the control panel in the center console. Automatic climate control allows different settings for driver and passenger. On the control panel, you can also manually adjust the settings for air quantity and air distribution. Use the Sync function to apply the driver's settings to the whole car. You can also set maximum climate control or circulating air mode manually. Pressing the Auto button takes you back to automatic climate control. Seat heating and seat ventilation can also be controlled using the buttons in the center console. With the multifunction display, or Porsche Communication Management PCM, you can also control other automatic climate control settings, such as airflow, for example. Choosing soft airflow minimizes the fan noise of the automatic climate control. The extended ventilation field on the top of the dashboard is also switched on and off in the climate control settings. When it gets cooler, the optional steering wheel heating also really helps keep temperatures comfortable. For cars with 4-zone automatic climate control, the climate in the back can also be controlled from the front seats. To do this, hold down the auto button on the passenger side for approximately 3 seconds. The rear function of the 4-zone automatic climate control will then be activated, and the settings for the back will also be controllable from the front. With 4-zone automatic climate control, passengers at the back can control the climate individually from the rear center console. Press the child lock button in the driver's door to lock the rear control panel and the window controls in the rear doors. The settings will not change if the buttons are pressed inadvertently. With the buttons in the overhead console, the electric slide tilt sunroof can be raised, opened, and closed again. The roof opens automatically as far as the position at which noise, especially at high speeds, will be kept as low as possible. You can open the roof further, but there will be some wind noise. Whether audio, communication, or navigation, Porsche Communication Management PCM is the central information and communication system for your Panamera. It can be controlled intuitively via the 7-inch touchscreen, or use the rotary or push-button controls beneath the screen. In any menu, the Option button takes you to more options or settings. Press the Back button to leave a menu. A short press of the left-hand rotary or push-button control switches the PCM to mute. Holding it down turns it off completely. MP3 players can be connected directly to the PCM via the universal audio interface in the center armrest. Press Source. A window opens and you can select your audio source. Or press Media repeatedly until the required audio source is set. To use the radio, press Tuner to get to the radio menu. Select a radio station, for example from the station list. Then select the desired memory level. When you press and hold down the corresponding station button, the radio station will be stored on that button. Or you can store radio stations automatically by pressing and holding down the Auto Store button. With voice control, you can also speak the functions you want to call up. The voice control system is activated with the button on the upper left-hand stalk. You can now speak the required command. For example, saying iPod selects the iPod function. The PCM also helps you find your destination. Press Navigation to go into the navigation menu. Entering the destination via the touchscreen is easy and intuitive. Set the volume of the navigation announcements with Set Navigation. Alternatively, if you press the Map button again while you are in Map View, the current navigation announcement will be given. Now you can use the left-hand rotary or push-button control to adjust the volume of the announcement. Press Option to adjust the Map View. Or press the right-hand rotary or push-button control to go quickly to the map view setting options. The map can be shown either in 2D or as a 3D perspective, oriented in the direction of travel or always to the north. Use the right-hand rotary or push-button control to change the scale of the map. You can also use split screen mode to display two functions at the same time. For example, the map and a list of directions. The memory package ensures that your Panamera is always set perfectly for you, or for a second driver if you share your Porsche with someone. It depends on which key you use for your Panamera. For cars with driver memory package, your seat and exterior mirror settings are stored on the car key that you use for your Panamera. For cars with the comfort memory package, the steering wheel position and other individual settings are also stored on your key. For the audio and climate control systems, and your preferred settings for the multifunction display, for example, whether or not the comfort entry function is activated. How does it work? Automatically whenever the car is locked. Thanks to the auto memory function in the multifunction display, this ensures that the last settings you selected are stored on your key. Any settings that were previously stored on the key are overwritten. Or you can save them manually with the key button in the driver's door if you have deactivated the auto memory function in the multifunction display. To do this, press Set and then the key button. A tone sounds to confirm that the settings have been saved. Now, when you get in, your Panamera will automatically change to the settings on the key you used to unlock it. Or hold down the key button to specifically call up the settings on the current key. You can also adjust the steering wheel position manually with the electric steering wheel adjustment. Use the button on the bottom of the steering column to move the steering backwards or forwards or adjust the height. Manually adjust your seat position using the buttons on the side of the seat, with individual adjustments for seat cushion depth, fore aft position, seat height, seat angle, backrest angle, and lumbar support. In addition to the key, you can also store your personal seat, steering wheel, and exterior mirror settings on the memory buttons. For instance, to have a sporty seat position that's different from the comfort-oriented everyday position stored on your key. In this case too, press Set and then 1. A tone sounds to confirm that the settings have been saved. Hold down 1 to call up the settings later. A second person can use button 2. If you want to make a telephone call, press Phone. The telephone function menu opens in the PCM. You can connect your mobile phone via Bluetooth and use the PCM as a hands-free device. To pair with the PCM, first make sure that the Bluetooth interface on your phone is activated. Use the Telephone Search option to start an automatic search for available mobile phones. Choose the mobile phone you want to connect to from the list. Then confirm on the phone that the Bluetooth ID in the PCM corresponds with the ID in the phone. It may be that you have to confirm the connection with the PCM on your phone as well. The PCM confirms that the external device has been logged in. Your mobile phone is now paired and can be controlled via the PCM. Mobile phones from some manufacturers, the iPhone for instance, will initiate the connection from the phone itself. To do this, switch your phone to Search and select the PCM from the list of devices found on the phone. Press the Pick Up button to start or accept a call. Press the Hang Up button when you want to hang up or reject a call. Porsche Doppelkupplung PDK or Tiptronic S in the Panamera SE Hybrid. Change gear automatically in all situations. You can also choose to change gear manually using the ergonomic gear shift switches. Upshift, push the gear shift switch. Downshift, pull the gear shift switch. In cars equipped with a sport design steering wheel, you use the gear shift paddles on the steering wheel to change gear. Pull on the right-hand paddle to shift up, pull on the left-hand paddle to shift down. The hold function maintains the braking pressure, thereby helping to ensure that you can pull away on hills without rolling back. When you are approaching a stopping situation, at a red light or level crossing for instance, the auto start-stop function switches the engine off when the speed falls below 5 miles per hour while you have your foot on the brake. The audio and communication systems and automatic climate control remain switched on. The cooling capacity of the automatic climate control may be reduced if the auto start-stop function is in frequent use. The auto start-stop symbol in the multifunction display lights up green. If the symbol lights up yellow, the auto start-stop function is inactive or limited. For instance, when there are very high demands on the automatic climate control, for example when it is in AC max mode or when maneuvering. When you release the brake, the engine switches back on again. You can switch the auto start-stop function off at any time with the button in the center console. The selected gear and selector position are displayed in the tachometer. If you are changing gear manually, the upshift display at the bottom of the tachometer tells you when to change gear for optimum fuel economy. You can enter numerous vehicle settings in the multifunction display, for example the time. Select a time zone or change between daylight savings time and standard time. A symbol in the fuel level display tells you that the filler cap is on the right-hand side of the car. The multifunction display also provides you with current information from the onboard computer. If you want to check data or enter vehicle settings, select functions with the lower right-hand stalk on the steering column or on the optional multifunction steering wheel. Scroll through the menu with the stalk or roller on the steering wheel. Push the stalk or press the roller on the steering wheel to select points from the menu. Pull the stalk back or press the back button on the steering wheel to go back to the menu. The onboard computer provides you with information, for example about average speed, remaining range, and distance traveled, or other information on the car. For instance, the current values in the Tire Pressure Monitoring System, TPMS. In the Tire Pressure Monitoring System menu, you can also enter whether you have filled your tires with a standard or comfort air pressure. TPMS adapts its tire pressure monitoring accordingly. Comfort pressure increases drive comfort. The permissible maximum speed is then reduced. The electric parking brake is beneath the light switch. Press the button to activate the parking brake. Press the brake pedal and pull the switch from behind to release it. The electric parking brake switches off automatically when you pull away normally with your seatbelt on and the doors closed. To have your drink within reach during the drive, press the panel above the glove compartment and fold down one or both cup holders. Close the panel afterwards so that the cup holder doesn't move unexpectedly during the drive. Activate lane departure warning with a button in the center console. This function will assist you on all multiple lane roads with clearly visible lane markings. At speeds above 40 miles per hour, the function monitors whether you are approaching a divider line marking. A warning tone sounds if the vehicle threatens to leave the lane without indicating. The multifunction display also tells you if you depart from the current lane. Lane Change Assist warns you of cars in your blind spot. It is activated by a button on the driver's door. A red light comes on as soon as it is activated. Depending on the driving situation, an LED signal in the mirror tells you when the system has identified an approaching car. The signal starts to flash rapidly if you indicate while in this situation. The windshield wipers are controlled with the top right-hand control stalk. To switch on the rain sensor, press the stalk up one position. The windshield wipers will now come on automatically if it starts to rain during the drive. Press the small switch on the right of the stalk up or down if you want to change the sensitivity of the rain sensor. To set the speed manually, press the stalk up further for slow or fast wiping. Tap the stalk down to wipe the windshield just once. Pull the stalk to activate the washer. Switch on the intermittent rear wiper using the small button in the middle of the wiper stalk. Press the button up to wipe once while in intermittent mode. If the rear wiper is switched off, press the button down to wipe once. Adaptive Cruise Control is operated with the lower left-hand control stalk. Use the button on the side to turn it on and off again. Press stalk forward to set your current speed as the cruising speed, or to increase your current cruising speed. Pull the stalk towards you to reduce your cruising speed. Adaptive Cruise Control regulates your speed according to the speed of the vehicle in front of you. If it starts to decelerate, the system automatically reduces your speed, even down to a halt. This is more relaxing for you, especially on long stretches. There is a toggle switch in the middle of the stalk, the distance controller. You can use the toggle switch to change the distance between you and the vehicle in front in 4 stages. The multifunction display informs you of your selected cruising speed, your current speed, and the selected distance and speed of the vehicle in front. To interrupt adaptive cruise control, simply press the brake pedal or move the stalk on the steering wheel to the off position. Start adaptive cruise control again with resume. In certain driving situations, so-called coasting is possible in cars equipped with Porsche Doppelkupplung, PDK. Use it to reduce fuel consumption and drive even more efficiently. For example, you may want to slow down. As you ease off the accelerator pedal, PDK automatically disengages the current gear. You will then coast in neutral until you reach your desired speed and press the brake or accelerator pedal again. PDK engages the right gear again within milliseconds. Coasting on slight hills will keep your speed constant. Coasting can be suppressed with the Auto Start-Stop button in the center console. In cars with the memory package, the mirror on the passenger side automatically lowers as soon as you select reverse gear. This function is activated from the multifunction display. Or manually, simply select reverse gear and press the button to select the passenger side mirror. Park Assist helps you maneuver and park by showing the distance between your car and any large obstacle, visually and acoustically in the central display. You can switch off Park Assist with a button in the overhead console. Additional assistance is provided by the Surround View option. It shows the space all around your car on the PCM screen. Dynamic guidelines show you the predicted course given the current steering wheel position. Press the button on the outside of the door handle once to lock your Panamera with Porsche Entry and Drive. The indicators will flash twice. The car is protected by the alarm system. Interior surveillance is activated. You can also lock the car without activating interior surveillance. For instance, if someone is going to wait inside the car. Press the lock button on the key twice within 2 seconds, or alternatively, the button on the door handle for cars with Porsche Entry and Drive. The second time you press the button, the indicators will flash once slowly. The doors are locked, but can be opened from the inside at any time by pulling on the door opener. You can also lock and unlock your car from the inside using the central locking button in the door. If the light switch is on auto, the Welcome Home function will light your way to the door. The time for which the lights stay on can be set in the multifunction display. Reach your destination more quickly. It might be your place of work or a vacation destination, but above all, it's the future. With a new Panamera, you can take the sporty route or the comfort route. In other words, you can simply take your own route. A lot of paths will lead to your destination, but new paths go further. One possibility for taking these paths is the Porsche way, with dynamics that are typical of a sports car and surprisingly low consumption values, with the Panamera S e-Hybrid. Surprisingly simple, using the Panamera S e-Hybrid. You can call up and control a lot of information easily via your smartphone with e-mobility services. With the state of charge function, for example, you can monitor the remaining charge for your Panamera S e-Hybrid. You can view the remaining electric range, depending on the driving and road profile and the energy required for air conditioning. and a total distance traveled at any time, thanks to the range management function. The charge timer lets you enter the time you want to depart. The charging process will then be controlled automatically so that the battery is charged at the scheduled departure time. And you can use the optional preconditioning remote control function to electrically raise or lower the temperature inside your car to a comfortable level, immediately or by a given departure time. When out and about, you can fill up your Panamera SE Hybrid as usual at the gas station, with gas for the combustion engine and electricity for the electric drive. The connector for the charging cable is on the left-hand side of the car. The position is shown by a symbol in the battery display in the instrument panel. When your Panamera SE Hybrid has finished charging, open the locked car with a key. For cars with Porsche entry and drive, simply take hold of the door handle. You can now remove the charging cable, put on the cap, and close the charge port door. At home, you can fill your Panamera SE Hybrid with electricity directly from the socket. To do this, plug the supplied Porsche universal charger into the socket and connect it to your car. The charger will lock automatically, even if you have not locked your car. Immediate charging will begin. On a 240-volt socket, the process will take about 2.5 hours if the battery is empty. A timer in the multifunction display indicates the charging time remaining. The charging port on the car has an LED to show the charging process. If the LED is flashing slowly, the charging process has only just begun. If the LED is flashing quickly, the charging process has almost finished. When the LED stops flashing, the battery is completely charged. The so-called timer charging can be programmed using the multifunction display or a smartphone. There is a button in the charging dock for starting this procedure. Your Panamera SE Hybrid will then be fully charged by the selected departure time. An LED on the button shows that timer charging has been activated. If the LED on the button is flashing, the selected departure time has not yet been programmed. The charging process stops automatically when the battery is fully charged. To open the lock on the charging cable and be able to remove the cable, the Open button on the car key must be activated, even if the car is already unlocked. For cars equipped with Porsche entry and drive, the charging cable can also be unlocked by taking hold of the door handle if the car is locked. You can then remove the charging cable, put on the cap, and close the charge port door. You can put the Porsche Universal Charger AC in the case provided and stow it in the luggage compartment. Your Panamera SE Hybrid is started like any other Porsche, on the left. Cars equipped with Porsche entry and drive are started with the electric ignition switch next to the steering wheel. When all systems are ready, the power meter will display "Ready," and a tone will sound to indicate that the car is ready to go. You can call up information about the status of the hybrid system in Porsche Communication Management (PCM). The Hybrid Energy Flow display shows the flow of energy between the combustion engine, battery, hybrid module, and wheels. The Engine Off Mode display gives you statistical information about the driving time when the combustion engine is turned off. The Power Meter tells you about the electric motor's current recovery and drive power, and the combustion engine's drive power. And on the PCM or multifunction display, you can also see the current type of driving and energy flow, as well as statistical values. For example, on distances driven purely on electricity, or the range that can still be covered in total or purely on electricity. Your Panamera SE Hybrid standard mode is e-Power mode. Depending on the battery state of charge, you can travel 22 miles purely on electricity and in near silence at speeds of up to 83 miles per hour. If required, you can also deactivate the e-power mode or activate it yourself. Just press the e-power button. E-power is shown in the energy flow menu of the multifunction display. A kickdown on the accelerator pedal tells you when the car is going to switch from driving purely on electricity to driving with a combustion engine. The combustion engine will therefore be brought in again when required or by pressing through the kickdown. In hybrid mode, the combustion engine and electric motor supplement each other to drive your Panamera S e-hybrid with the optimum consumption. To activate e-charge mode, press the e-charge button in the center console. In e-charge mode, part of the engine's power is used to recharge the battery during the drive. Using the engine in the optimum load range efficiently generates charge energy for the battery. That is, the battery is charged during suitable driving situations. E-charge is shown in the energy flow menu of the multifunction display. In all driving modes, the electric motor essentially works as a generator when braking, therefore charging the battery. When driving without drive power, the combustion engine is automatically disconnected from the drivetrain and switched off. The Panamera S e-hybrid is in sailing mode. Driving in this mode reduces engine drag torque to achieve the greatest possible efficiency. The Panamera S e-hybrid. Wasn't new territory always one of your favorite destinations?